My name is Ruth Lyons. I'm an artist based in Dublin. Primarily work in large-scale sculpture, often public works that kind of take art outside the gallery space. Currently working here with Project Art Centre in Temple Bar. So this work is called Forgotten Works, and it's an installation in process. This is a recessed balcony above the first floor, and this construction is built from 500 lengths of 2x2, 16-foot lengths, all covered in bitumen. The idea with the sculpture is that it began on the 20th of August and that it's a public process, so anyone can see it in construction. So it's kind of to open up the creative process of constructing an artwork and make that visible. So as it progresses, it's nearly in completion at this stage. It's to become this kind of clutter of lengths that almost looks like it's consuming the structure of the building with this black mass, and to look like it's almost condensing the matter of the building and transforming it into light. So there's these bright lights that are installed in the structure that really only come to function in the dark of the night. So it's to look like it's kind of transforming the matter of the building and condensing it into light. The work is kind of about the transformative capability of all matter to become energy. So it's very much about the bitumen and about fossil fuels and about the fact that our society is really built on this. I brought all the lengths of timber down to the fuel depot down in Alexander Quay and got in touch with a really nice guy. So he took on the task of spraying all the 500 lengths with bitumen. So I suppose like the title of the work is taken from a novel called In Watermelon Sugar that was written by Richard Brautigan, who was a beat poet writing in the 60s. He was part of the hippie movement in San Francisco. And In Watermelon Sugar is based in a town called Watermelon Sugar, in which everything is made of watermelon sugar. But there's a kind of a breakaway group who leave the town and hang out at this place called the Forgotten Works. And the Forgotten Works is basically a large rubbish heap, which are the remnants of a previous civilization. So I suppose like I'm going to thinking about bitumen as this kind of this viscous material that has this weight of time in it, and you know that we all have organic material, like even our bodies have the potential to become a substance like this if it was condensed over time. So the Forgotten Works is kind of referring to the fact that all society, like present-day society, is built on these sort of black matters, like that bitumen is kind of the glue of the city, and that it's sort of built upon this sort of ancient layer of time. So the process of building it is really continually constructing a support structure, so from which we can climb to build further support structure. It's just kind of continually putting the struts in different places and seeing where the next one can go from that. So it's really building a large climbing frame. It's been definitely I would say the most fun I've had constructing an artwork, and like that was kind of intentionally what I wanted to bring into the process as well, because I often find that you have to kind of have a work ready to go, and almost like if you're showing in a gallery, generally you have to make the work, take it apart, bring it to the gallery and reinstall it in the gallery. So there's kind of a taking apart and redoing, and for me I find I kind of lose something in that. So it's really nice to have the opportunity to actually make the final work from the beginning in a public place. So I co-direct a studio in Offaly, and in that space we have a workshop. Because it's kind of at a remove, it's a really good place to kind of experiment with construction and just play with materials and scale. And I felt like with this work it was an opportunity to bring a sort of very rural arts practice to the city, and it really feels like that while you're doing it. Like to be doing this sort of rough work right in the heart of Temple Bar is really nice, you know, the contrast between the two. I think it's just nice to see something else happen, you know, like just something that's out of the norm happening within the heart of Temple Bar. It kind of throws into question whether it is an artwork at all, like because it's out in a public place and people don't necessarily know what it is. There's not a lot of information about it. And it's reaching an audience that might not necessarily go to a gallery, and I really like that, you know, that it would be encountered within the motion of an ordinary day and just kind of punctuate a view of the street. That we'd just be seeing a person doing something that something very different, I suppose, and how that would make someone think differently about life in the city or life in general, or the capability of a human.